In an interview you'll see only on Fox, celebrating being alive for a century, Stanley Sedran, one of the cornerstones of Greenville, who was instrumental in the growth of downtown. He's sharing a secret to being 100 years young.
I like how we say 100 years young. Wow. Fox Carolina's Carrie Weimer joins us live. And Carrie, you had the privilege of being able to spend some time with Mr. Sedran today. And what did you learn while you were with him?
Let me just tell you that Stanley is an amazing individual. I actually learned a lot more than I could even share here, but a couple things that were very interesting was that today, his birthday, is actually Stanley Sedran Day. That was proclaimed by Mayor Knox White of Greenville, so he's got that behind his name. Another thing is he beat COVID-19 just a couple months ago. So two extraordinary things about an extraordinary man.
Completely different world. It's so hard to imagine everything that I went through.
The Great Depression, being in the Air Force in World War II, the loss of his wife and one of his daughters, and beating the coronavirus last year. Stanley Sedran has been through a lot in his 100 years.
Two very important things, who you know and what you know. What you know, you should be good at. Whatever you're going to do, you should be good at it. That's a given. But who you know may give you the opportunity to show what you know or to do what you know.
Born in the Bronx in New York in 1921, Sedran didn't come to Greenville until his 30s in 1953.
They were opening a fur shop in Greenville, and I was in the fur business with my uncle, who was a furrier, and I was learning a trade.
That's when Sedran's Furs opened on the corner of Main Street, across from where the Hyatt is today. But that's not Stanley Sedran's only legacy in the Greenville area.
I'm proud of the civic work I've done in Greenville.
Plaques and honors cover the walls of his home, many from his work with the Kiwanis and Sertomas. I asked him what legacy he wants to leave behind.
That I was a decent, honorable guy, lived a good life, and cared about people, still do.
I just love him. You know, one thing that's grown stronger with him over the years is his fine sense of humor. I asked him today, what's his secret for being 100 years young? He looked at me, smiled, and said, don't get hit by a car. Doesn't get much more simple than that, does it, guys?
Oh.
That will keep you alive for sure, so great advice.
Yeah, it's got such a great attitude too. Amazing. Thank you, Carrie.